Are you looking to get the best video quality from your Sony Alpha camera, be it the A6000 or the A7 lineup of cameras, which have absolutely exploded in popularity? Because in today's video, I'm going to show you the settings that are the best for these cameras and that I personally use as well to shoot YouTube videos like this. And if you are keen to know what these settings are to improve your video quality, make sure you stay tuned to find out. Hey guys, it's TZH with Technological Gadgets, and on this channel we do unboxing, tech gear reviews and tutorials like this one. And if you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe to find out more. Before we do anything, make sure you have the battery inserted into the camera like so, and turn it on. Make sure you have charged it sufficiently right here, and then we can begin configuring the settings. Firstly, go into your menu by pressing the menu button and select the first tab, and on the first page set your quality to RAW, as it gives you the most information to work with, especially when taking product shots or thumbnails. Then move on to the 5th page on the same tab and set your focus mode to continuous AF. This is really important for photos and especially videos, as it helps you track your subject much easier, and is one of the best features on all of their Alpha line of Sony cameras. After that, make sure you set your focus area to wide, so you can use the whole entire screen to focus, which these cameras do an excellent job of. Next, go to the 8th page and then set your ISO to auto, especially if you film in different environments all the time, like let's say vlogging, when you can't really change the ISO on the fly. Plus, this line of cameras do a really good job of smoothly transitioning the ISO, like how your eyes adjust to light. But you can always, mess around and jot down the best ISO setting, especially if you're filming at a consistent set with consistent lighting. After you're done with that, go to the 11th page and set your white balance to auto again, which again these cameras do a great job of. But of course, you can manually set the white balance for a studio environment. On the same page, go to picture profile and select picture profile 8, which is set to S-Log 3. But what I like to do is to customize this picture profile by setting the gamut from S-Log 3 to Cine 4 and the color mode from S gamut to Pro. The reason why I use these settings is that I'm a firm believer of shooting everything in so-called right in the camera itself and tweaking a little bit in post. Great for not only saving time, but for beginners or people who are not that well versed in color correction. Also, changing the color mode from S gamut to Pro makes everything look more natural. Quick note, if you are customizing your video settings, make sure you set this main dial right here on top of your camera to movie mode, making sure the white film strip icon is directly beside the white dot. If you don't do this, certain options on the camera won't show up. After you're done with that, let's move on to the second tab over. After you're done with that, move on to the second tab over, and on the first page set movie/S&Q motion from program auto to manual exposure. Take full advantage of your video settings. Next up, for your file format, if your Sony camera allows, set it to XAVCS 4K, which allows you to shoot in 4K like the A6500 I have here. If you don't have this option, just select XAVCS HD, which is identical to XAVCS 4K without the 4K video capability. Over to the recording settings on the same page. I like to set mine to the highest frame rate and always at 100M, which gives you more information for you not only to capture but also to slow down and edit as well. Flicking to the page after, set your AF track sense to responsive, as it allows the camera to quickly autofocus between subjects. As for audio rack levels, the default 26 or higher is great if you are using the onboard camera microphone, but if you are using an external microphone, I recommend you to set it to 10, as it gives you the best balance of low noise, aka hiss, and no peaking, making it easier for you to edit in post. And if you are looking for a camera microphone, especially for interviews, make sure you check out my review of one of the best camera microphones under $50. But of course, every microphone is different, and if you happen to be too soft, just raise the level, or if you are peaking too often, lower the level. Scrolling to the 4th page, we have a setting called Steady Shot, and make sure you enable that. This is basically Sony's way of saying in-body image stabilization, which reduces some of the blurriness and shakiness when shooting handheld. But if your camera doesn't have this, you don't need to worry. Moving on to the next page, for the zoom settings, change this from optical zoom to clear image zoom. After setting up your camera settings, now comes the big question: how do you save it? Firstly, press the menu, go to tab number 1 and page number 4, and select memory 1 and press enter. What you did is you just save your camera settings to the first memory profile. This can be found on the main dial on the top of your camera, as shown by the number 1 icon. So every time you change your memory profile, all the settings that you have saved just now will be there. But if you want to shoot in slow motion, make sure you stay tuned to find out. What you want to do is to switch your camera back to film mode with the dial and go back to settings, tab 2, and on the first page change the file format to XAVCSHD. The reason for this is because the slow motion is only available in this file format. Next, go to your record settings and select 100p 100M, so you can shoot in slow motion. And since we are shooting in slow motion, we need to set the AF drive speed to fast, because it is capturing at such a high frame rate and then slowing it down. After that, go out of your menu and set your shutter speed to 200, which is double the frame rate of this camera which we will be shooting at. And if the 100p or 120p setting does not pop up for you, it means that your camera model does not support it. Now we are finally done with our slow motion video settings, and to save it, we go back to menu and then tab number 1, page 4, and select memory 2, press enter. Now this will be saved every time we change our main dial of the camera to number 2 with the dial on top. And there you have it, the best video settings in my opinion for the whole of Sony's Alpha camera lineup, be it the A6000 series or the A7 series. And now, time for the question of the day. What camera are you filming on? Let me know down in the comment section below, and I'm sure to reply to every single one of your comments. So hope you liked it, and if you did, make sure to drop a like on this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more future content like this. And I hope to see your beautiful faces again soon.